Every demon, said the storyteller, as a general rule, sought immortality after attaining the favor of a god. But even the most thoughtless boon giving god always stopped short of granting absolute immortality. This precaution has saved the world from annihilation. As an alternative, the demon would always decree that if he has to be destroyed, it must be only under certain fantastic circumstances. Hiranya stipulated that his killer should neither be a man nor god, at a spot which was neither earth, neither inside nor outside, and so the god took an avatar as a lion and sat on the threshold, placed Hiranya on his thigh, and ripped him up with his claws. He could not be killed by, say, any weapon, thus satisfying all the conditions. When the demons invent impossible and fantastic situations in order to remain alive, gods must have to match wits with them and find a way of ridding the world of troublemakers. Of all the demanly requests, the strangest was that of Mahisha, who had prayed for 1,000 years, asking of Brahma that he might continue to live until a woman appeared, capable of killing him in a fight. Thereby he felt he had insured himself against mortality, as it seemed inconceivable there could ever appear a woman capable of attacking him. His full name was Mahishasur. Mahisha means buffalo, and an asur is a demon. Asur is a demon. He was so named because his mother was a buffalo and his father a dreaded asura, who had stood for thousands of years in fire and prayed. A god of fire and asked what he wanted. Asur said, I want a son who will conquer all the worlds, possess extraordinary strength, and remain undefeated forever, and who can assume any form he fancies. The god of fire thought over it. He realized the consequences of such a gift would be unfathomable and said, whomever you love and marry will produce the son you desire and deserve, leaving the fulfillment to his own choice of wife. Asur looked about. His nature led him to fall in love with nothing more ravishing than a sheep buffalo grazing in the field or grass. He married the sheep buffalo and settled down in the nether worlds to a life of domestic peace and felicity. One day he noticed a male buffalo molesting his wife and tried to fight off the rival, but was gored to death in the encounter. मतलब क्या हुआ मामा, महिषासुर के जो महिषासुर इसके जो फादर थे एक असुर थे, ठीक है ना। तो इसके असुर जो जिसके जो पिता थे उन्होंने खूब तपस्या की एंड उन्होंने ये वर मांगा कि मेरे पास एक ऐसा लड़का हो जो कि पूरी दुनिया में सब पे राज कर सके, मतलब सबको हरा दे। तो अग्नि देवता ने उसको वरदान ये दिया कि भाई ओके फाइन, जिसको भी तुम प्यार करोगे वो ऐसा पुत्र देगी जिससे कि तुम पूरी दुनिया वो जो तुम्हारी इच्छा को पूरी कर सके। तो महिषासुर जब तपस करके उतरा तो उसको भैंसे से प्यार हो गया, तो उसने भैंसे के साथ किया और उसका एक लड़का हुआ। एक दिन उसने देखा कि एक भैंसा जो है वो उसकी बीवी को तंग कर रहा है, तो वो लड़ने पहुंचा। तो जब वो लड़ने पहुंचा तो महिषासुर को भैंसे ने मार दिया. When his body was cremated, the she buffalo, unable to bear the grief, threw herself into the fire. This thing. Before being consumed in the flames, she gave birth to a child, and the Asuras adopted him as their king and named him Mahisha or a buffalo. मतलब बिफोर उसकी बीवी मरे उसके पहले जो थी वो आग में डूब गई, तो बिफोर वो मरने की थी तो उसने अपने बच्चे को जन्म दिया और असुरों ने उसको अडॉप्ट कर लिया. The storyteller here paused to remark, this looks rather fantastic, this union of an asur with a buffalo, but perhaps we may take the word for what it signifies, that it qualifies rather than an actual creature. The buffalo is a slow-witted, thick-skinned horse and enjoys lounging in the slush, and symbolizes a mere physical development fit for the benighted nether worlds. Right. After this preamble, he proceeded with the story. Mahesha grew up and proceeded to fill the ambitions of his father. Fulfill. He sent an emissary to Indra to say, "Why don't you hand over the kingdom to me and get out of sight somewhere or join my household as a servant?" After this suggestion, he heaped abuses on Indra. मतलब महिषासुर जब बड़ा हुआ तो उसने इंद्र भगवान को मैसेज बोला, भैया निकल जाओ, ठीक है ना, और अब जो है तुम उसको मुझे जो है पूरा का पूरा राज्य दे दो. After this suggestion, he abused abuses on Indra. You were often defeated by my ancestors, you low class fellow, who did not hesitate to assume the voice and form of the sage Gautam and ravish his wife in his absence. And he went on to recall many unsavory details of Indra's past, concluding his message with a command to him for surrender. Indra told the emissary, "The grass nibbling buffalo is your master. I am fully aware of his strength, which is concentrated in his horns, as befits his species. But tell him that I have adequate weapons to quell his conceit." तो इंद्र भगवान ने कहा, अम्मा सुन रही हो, कि जो बुफेलो है उसका जो स्ट्रेंथ है वो उसके हॉर्न्स में है, तो मेरे पास वो स्ट्रेंथ है कि मैं इसको हैंडल कर सकूं. When the emissary went back and reported, Mahesha declared to his followers that Indra was lusting for war and declared, "I am capable of squeezing that Indra out of existence single handed, and that worthless fellow, the commander of chiefs of weaklings and doting women. I can also mangle the gods out of existence with my hoofs and horns. But I propose to confront them with an army, since that will be more in keeping with my status as the ruler of the three worlds." तो महिषासुर ने कहा, देखो मैं इंद्रविंद को जो है पूरा का पूरा खत्म कर सकता हूँ, पर मैं एक आर्मी के साथ लेके जाऊंगा क्योंकि वो मेरे स्टेटस के होता है. Let us all repair to heaven, drink the gods' store of nectar, seize their chariots and enjoy the company of celestial women. हम लोग चलते हैं स्वर्गलोक को, जीतते हैं, उनकी औरतों को उठाते हैं, वहाँ का नेक्टर लेते हैं और सीज उनके चैरियट्स को सीज कर लेते हैं. Indra sent his spies into the enemy camp. The little hope he had of peace was gone when the spies were returned to report that only the resources and organizations of Mahishasur, but also of the enormous enthusiasm of Mahisha's men for the expedition. मतलब महिषा के लोग जो हैं लड़ाई के लिए पूरी की पूरी तरीके से तैयार हैं, और इंद्र भगवान जो थे एकदम घबरा गए कि भाई महिषा जो है वो कर देगा. अब मैं सुन, अम्मा उठ के सुनती रहो, नहीं तो कल पढ़ेंगे. Now Indra called a council of elders and presided over by Brihaspati, the gods of wisdom. Brihaspati said, "Indra, don't lose your courage. Success or defeat is no one's monopoly. We must strive our best, only the effort can be ours. And the result is God given. Muster your army and prepare to fight." तो बृहस्पति ने कहा तुम लड़ो, अब हार जीत क्या होती है वो तो हमारे कंट्रोल में नहीं है, तुम उसके कर रहो. Indra journeyed into the higher worlds to appeal for the support of the big three. इंद्र भगवान पहुंचे बिग थ्री के लिए, जैसे आजकल हम यूएस, रशिया और चाइना के साथ जाते हैं. ब्रह्मा द क्रिएटर, Vishnu the protector, and Shiv the destroyer, and they ride for the battle, each riding his own Vahan or life vehicle. Shiv was on his bull, Vishnu on his eagle, and Brahma on his swan. All the minor gods also assembled, flourishing in a variety of arms. A terrific conflict ensued, with elephants, horses, men, and gods clashing with the demons. Mahesha rushed into the midst of the gods with his mace and laid about with it blindly, until Indra repulsed the mace with his vajra and diamond spike. अब कल पढ़ेंगे, अभी मम्मी सो कल पढ़ेंगे. तो पापा आ गए, बाय. हाँ.